This came in part of his book where he was giving this as an example for why we shouldn't defend the Old Testament.
Yeah, and again, that's neither pastorally appropriate nor is it factually accurate.
And here's where it goes down. If you're disowning and being embarrassed by God's word, which I would say Andy Stanley is, at least with regard to the Old Testament, and I think now some of the things on sexuality, he's basically embarrassed by some of the New Testament teachings too. At the end of the day, what do you have left to offer people? You're not offering them God's word or God's interactions with us through history. You're offering only those little tidbits that go align with current culture. And if your culture is sliding down, I actually have a whole chapter on this. It is a sort of slippery slope. If what you think is acceptable is dictated by the secular culture, if the secular culture slides down into the gutter, you're going to be dragged right along with it. And it's so tragic because I document several of these cases of people who start out with, making some of these key concessions, and then, but they still believe Jesus died for their sins. They still believe, okay. But then as the culture got worse, they got worse until in a number of cases, they just threw it over altogether. Because again, if that's where you're getting what's acceptable, you're going to be as bad ultimately as the culture is.